that double bottom is sagging more than Jennifer Aniston's tits. Hi everybody, my name is Spammals and welcome back to Sinking Simulator 2. It has been 5 months since the last episode published, and ever since there's been high demand for this series to return, and here it is! It's back, but beware, what you're about to see may shock you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the story of Titanic. Without any more stalling, let's begin! So our story begins. It's April 10th, 1912, and the RMS Titanic, she's departing Southampton on way to New York City, America, on her maiden voyage, when suddenly the herbaceous curves of Titanic's stern is too powerful for the SS New York. She breaks her moorings and she slams in. Blah, blah, blah. Holy smokes, Batman, the Titanic is sinking! She's taking a massive glancing blow to her stern. The propeller, one of them is sheared off. The center propeller's looking fine, but she's taking on water at an alarming rate. Now she can stay afloat with 4 compartments flooded, but right now she looks to have about 5 or 6. I think she's gonna fuck herself. As the bow is lifting up, the stern is going deeper. In fact, that double bottom is sagging more than Jennifer Aniston's tits. Anyway, the masts, they're holding true. The rigging is really keeping them in position and posture. But what's gonna happen? We're gonna hit the tipping point any second now, as that water is moments from there it goes. The water is flooding over that bulkhead. There's nothing that could stop this sinking from happening now. She's just out of port. People are still waving. Have a great trip. Oh, fuck. Getting a closer look for some of the damage, we see the compass tower is about to get wet. The air hatch for the ventilation shaft leading down to the reciprocating engines is now fully underwater. It's like the ship is crying tears, salty tears of the Solent Ocean blue. Oh, the stern mast has given up on life. The bow is now very much out of the water when all of a sudden it snaps at the front. The bow starts to level itself as the stern says goodbye to life. The funnels shear off because they should have done that a long time ago. The cows that they were smuggling inside, their manure spontaneously combusts. She is definitely fucked now, like some sort of turtle that slammed into the side and left like a wildy coyote imprint. She is gonna go down very fast. The crow's nest is about ready to give up on life. Right about now, the people on the bridge like, well, fuck, what am I more concerned about? The fact that our stern sank or the fact that the bow's sinking? You know what? I'm gonna hit the eject button. And they do so. Pow! The funnel bursts off. Pow! The mast snaps in half. And then pow! The bow detaches. Meanwhile, on the bottom of the Solent, the Titanic is resting on the bottom, looking pretty good, I have to say. One of the funnels is still falling down. The others are pancaking as we speak. But it's inevitable. The Titanic takes on too much water and dies. After picking up some of the pieces, slapping on some duct tape, the Titanic, after a minor delay, is back on the voyage, and she makes her way to Cherbourg, France, arriving a little bit late, but she meets up with her dear chums, Nomadic and Traffic. These little tenders are beautiful little bastards. They are there to help ferry the passengers out from the shallow waters of Cherbourg, out to meet the ship. She's too big to get into port. We need us some tender ships. So, on Nomadic, first class and second class passengers living the high life. Now the Nomadic, having heard about what happened in Southampton, she cautiously approaches Titanic from the stern, coming up the starboard side, heading towards that D-deck landing entrance. When suddenly, unexpectedly, the D-deck doors explode! Oh no! It took off the bow of Nomadic and it split a hole down the double bottom of the ship. Titanic be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry! Nomadic's like, my nose! You've broken my nose! Oh jeez, mate, no need to cry about it. I'm bigger than you and I've hurt my tummy. Nomadic has taken on water fast, but so far she seems to be doing okay. That watertight bulkhead is doing a grand job. If only the water didn't get worse. Suddenly, the weather gets worse. As the water really picks up, it begins to swoosh up and down quite violently. Seemingly as if possessed, a rogue wave slams over the remaining bow of the Nomadic, and boof, water is now slowly tippling over that bulkhead, and it is now compromised. The Nomadic is going full Titanic. It's going very fast. I don't think it's going to split in half. It's too small of a ship. Titanic is now feeling very guilty for itself, although it has its own problems. It's got a massive hole through it. Nomadic's like, I'll never forgive you! So far, the maiden voyage is going perfectly. There was a minor delay, but the passengers have safely arrived in Cherbourg. The tenders came to the ship. That's all they needed to do. No one said anything about the tenders leaving the ship in one piece. Anyway, traffic's turned around, doesn't want to get involved. When suddenly, in a fit of revenge, Nomadic from under the water launches some distress rockets. Blow, 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 blow. And the Titanic has been split into Swiss cheese. Blah, 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 blah. To the Titanic with all of her passengers on board. She makes a break for the Atlantic Ocean and she's going to New York City. Oh my God, Spammals, is that you? Donald Trump, what are you doing here? Can I be in your video again? That was amazing. Yes, mate, of course you can. Ha ha ha! It is me! I have your precious Titanic! I'm taking this thing to Russia. No, Trump! No! It's going to New York! Well, fine. If you won't do it the Trump way, we'll do it the hard way. Damn it, Trump! To Titanic, she's in the North Atlantic, there's icebergs coming. Apparently the mast shits itself a little bit, it throws it into the distance. But anyway, out of nowhere comes a rogue iceberg nobody expected. God damn it, Titanic, stop sinking! Very quickly, the water is overcoming the defenses. There's a massive glancing boat in her bow, just like in her stern when the SS New York slammed into her premonition. Perhaps it's going down pretty fast. The bridge is about to become overcome with water. The crow's nest, it slips under. It's now crying those salty tears of ocean blues once again. The arse, or the stern rather, is lifting higher out of the water. There's not much time left. It's only a matter of moments before, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. She breaks into and she unzips like that very famous banana peel James Cameron loves ever so much. The stern settles, everyone on board's thinking for a second, wow, that was a ride. I hope we survive. And when suddenly, rogue sharks appear and they start jumping out of the water and no, they're taking bites out of the ship because that's what sharks like to do when they get bored. And I'm like, oh my God, we're running out of ship. And then all of a sudden, a big killer whale comes and finishes the job. Blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, the water's flooding the stern. It's done for. Here we go! The next day, at around 10 minutes past 4, the Carpathia, she arrives and starts to take on the lifeboats. They all row towards her. They see her on the distance. She's been firing flares all night. They arrive and one of the boats starts to sink. But no, they all make it. They're doing just fine. When suddenly the engine explodes for no reason. Blah, 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 blah. There's no time to send out a distress call. No one would ever believe it. The Titanic's sinking. Pwah! She's unsinkable. The Carpathia sinking. Blah. Massive hole in the midsection. The bow and the stern, they're not sure where to go in life. They seem to be tipping down towards the middle. All the lifeboats that just rode out to her, they're now sinking. It's almost like she was torpedoed and has been sunk in the Atlantic Ocean. Something that would not possibly happen until at least 1918 or something like that. I can't remember when. Anyway, there you go. Goodbye, Carpathia. You tried. Participation awarded. Award. So, to conclude this story of sorrow and tragedy, the Carpathia, she has successfully collected all of the survivors. She has dodged icebergs on her way back to New York. The press are there. They do what they do. Inquiries are held. Captain Rostrom, he couldn't be prouder of his boys. So he throws them a massive rave. But the bass is too much. As the night goes on, the bass gets worse and worse. But then all of a sudden, the ship's fucked. The end! So this has been Sinking Simulator 2. I do hope you have enjoyed this silly little story. Don't take it as serious or fact. It's purely, I'm trying to be funny. I don't think it is funny. But anyway, if you have enjoyed it, leave a comment down below of your thoughts and opinions. If you have any ideas of what you might want to see in the future, who knows? Maybe that might be a thing. But anyway, on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody!